Oh, there you go. I was on mute. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for waiting. I know I'm in here a couple minutes early. Hope you don't mind. Let me know if my audio is coming in okay, and everything else like that. Hey, Tyler, you made it. How was your fishing adventure? Let me know if my audio is coming in fine, and I'll then resort to moving back to Thinkorswim. Tesla is showing some massive strength today. I hope you didn't sell at the bottom. Audio is fine. Cannot hear you. Okay, well, I must have been muted there. Smash that like button. Thank you, Trung. Marco, welcome. Marco, I got a little dampening pad today underneath the mic. Awesome. Perfect. Awesome. Perfect. Yeah, don't worry. Like the stream won't be too long. I won't go way past I won't go way past market hours today. It's probably just gonna be right till close. I'm logging on to Interactive Brokers on my phone because I just bought more Tesla. I bought some shares, but I also bought a September leap out of the money 1,000. Let's see how that goes. My account needs my account needs a pump up. So maybe Elon Musk can help us here a little bit. Is Tesla going to $67? Oof, I don't think so. Hey Ash, hey Too Many Fails, how's it going? Lutz says never sell. Yep. I bought more shares today. What was that about 5:30? Says Vivian. Hey Vivian. So we had a going theory in Discord today about margin calls being processed and stuff like that. Like that's the question is like the volume was huge this morning up until what? Up until right around here, 9 a.m. Pacific. Volume was huge and then it just tapered off, right? Admittedly, I woke up a little bit late this morning, but thank God I did. It was just a massacre out there. I woke up, I bought more shares around 540. No, not 540, 560. And I picked up like 3 more shares there. And then I bought a leap for September. Is this the bottom? I don't know. Here's the thing, right? If we just talk technically for a second, right? Technically speaking, this probably any technical analyst would tell you, and let me move my chart down. Any technical analyst would tell you like this is probably not the bottom. Our 200-day moving average is at 475. Potentially we hit that, right? Here's the thing with Tesla is I don't think Tesla really gives a shit about technicals, right? I know my video yesterday I said, look, 200-day moving average is there. It still might happen, but there's something in me that, if I buy myself enough time, if I buy on fear, today's Friday. In general, Fridays are usually bad for Tesla. Mondays are really good. Let's see if that holds true again. I don't know. This market's just wonky, right? If you look at, let me just take this off. If you look at the Qs, the NASDAQ 100s, they've taken a tremendous beating, but they've shown really good strength right here. They threw up a hammer candle or a pivot candle down here. So who's to say? We haven't tested the 200-day moving average in the Q since the COVID crash. And this isn't no COVID crash. This is a rebalancing of everything, right? So am I bullish again on the market? I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that I bought back in and, what I'm doing is I'm buying more shares at the moment because the shares never expire. There's no theta. I don't have to worry about it. So today has been a very interesting day today, to say the least. To say the goddamn least. Agreed. So let's move back to let's do 1 minute for right now. So this is the pivot point, right? Right around here. You guys remember all of the greens are supports, all of the reds are resistances. Technically any of them are resistance if they're above, but this red line that the pivots gives us, this is its pivot from going from bullish to bearish mode. So right now it's just on the cusp of just trying to decide, does it want to rip or does it want to go back down? So we shall see. Let me just see here. So I have 2 more. Let me just sell these 1 second. I hope we don't test that 200-day moving average. Yeah, I mean, yeah, agreed. Gorov says ARK is going to release their price target today after hours. You know what? I saw on Discord, Trung, I think you posted it. Kathy is coming on CNBC Monday. So that could potentially mean something. She could probably be releasing it then. Nice, Parker. Mariano says, is Tesla Q1 going to be better than Q4? objectively speaking, no way. No way. The quarter one for autos are just seasonally low. They always have been. They always will be. So no. But it is what it is. That reminds me. Yeah, Tim, absolutely. That reminds me. Let's talk about Flow Algo. So today we've been seeing some interesting action on Flow Algo. Again, I got some questions on Discord about flows and sweeps and options, and I get a lot of you guys watching don't really follow options too much, and that's totally fine. So basically, we've been seeing a massive amount of Tesla call sweeps coming in, like a massive amount. You can see here 180,000 here. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger if I can. Let me just see. Can I make this bigger? Here. All right. Hopefully that's a bit better. 180,000 here, 558,000, 1.1 million, 580,000, 428,000, 333,000. This doesn't mean anything in and of itself, but these are very aggressive call sweeps coming in. They started at around 12:30 Eastern. They've been going all day. The last one was at 11:30, about half an hour ago. This one, and so these don't mean anything in and of itself, but it gives us a hint as to what big money is planning for. So a good question that was asked on Discord. And I forget the name of who asked, but they said, does this mean that these are buying or these are selling, right? Because that's a good question. Whenever you see transactions, everyone likes to think, oh, a huge sell order or a huge buy order. Technically speaking, for every single transaction you see in the world, there's a buyer for every seller. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a transaction. What you're looking at here is people buying stuff at the ask, right? So the opposite of this channel name. They're hitting the ask. So what that means is the only reason you would hit the ask on something and you would buy everything in one sweep, as it's called, is if you're very aggressively buying something and you really just want to get in fast. So for all intents and purposes, these are fast buy orders coming in, okay? And in general, the question is, okay, these are 700 strike calls. Does that mean that they're betting on Tesla getting to 700 by, in what is it, 13 days, 12 days? 13 days away? It doesn't mean that they're betting for Tesla to hit 700 necessarily. It means that they're betting the stock to go up. And that's the particular option that they chose as the vehicle for their bet. Now, every options contract carries a delta. The 700s, I could check, but probably the 700s are 30 delta, 40 delta. I can check right now. If we come into March 19th and let's go down to 700 strike. And I realize you guys can't see that. So let's go to 700 strike. So the 700 strike right here, these carry a delta of 33, a delta of 19. So even lower. So delta of 19, meaning if Tesla stock goes up $1, these go up 19 cents on the dollar. Okay. So it's 19% correlated with Tesla stock price. So that's what you're looking at here in terms of call sweeps. A lot of calls coming in, and just the market in general. If I just go into Flow Algo again, if I can, the market in general. If I take off Tesla as a filter, the market's coming back in. It looks like really aggressively on the call side. People are buying IPOE. Lots of calls coming in for IPOE. I think. By the way, I do want to talk about PSTH. If you guys don't follow PSTH, that's a SPAC. That's rumored it's a Bill Ackman SPAC, so take that with how you want. But there are lingering rumors with Elon's new tweet about green eggs and SPAC that potentially, maybe, who knows, there is a 0.1% chance that SpaceX or Starlink or whatever merge with this SPAC. I've been owning PSTH for, you guys know if you guys have been watching this stream for months now. Or about a month now. I've been looking at it for months. But I bought options before a month ago, if you remember. I sold those at a loss and I just bought shares. I'm just holding shares now because I think you can't time SPACs properly enough to make any money from them. I know I did with CCIV, but it's kind of a one-hit wonder. And if I look at PSTH, I don't think there's any call sweeps. Actually, there's one that came in this morning, but it wasn't a sweep and it was only 38,000. So it's really not a lot. IPOE, a decent amount of call sweeps have come in for IPOE. And IPOF, obviously the one I own, we got nothing. We got nothing on that. Okay. If we look at the Qs, NASDAQ 100s. Call sweeps have been coming in left, right, and center. The latest one, $1.9 million worth of call sweeps when when NASDAQ was at 300, when the Qs were at 300. So interesting to kind of note those things out. So Tesla here is 596. Again, I mean, sucks what's happened this week, but if we zoom out a little bit on the 1 hour, it's the exact same pattern that we saw last Tuesday. Not this Tuesday, the one before, where we hit 619. If you remember that big flash crash that we had, we spiked back up. A lot of people thought that was the bottom. That's where Gary Black bought back in. Who's to say if this is not a repeat of that? I know I'm trying to bring the good juju here, but just trying to be pragmatic about the situation in the short term. So with ARK coming in on Monday on CNBC, that could potentially mean there is going to be a price update there, which will be interesting to see. I will say that macro has to change for us to really shift on everything. The TNX, so it's still at 1.5%, the bond yields. Believe it or not, one thing I'm really looking for is GME. If and when GME comes back under $100, the market should fix itself. I know it sounds stupid, but I really think this is true. Like the market is really screwed up with all these meme stocks right now. With all these meme stocks really bringing people into margin, these hedge funds are screwed if they're short calls and they're short puts. It's really screwing up the market grandly, I think. And it really just puts investors off a little bit when all this GME shit's going on. So all that to say is really, like, I honestly think when GME and stuff sorts itself through, the market should settle back up and start going predictably. It should be less choppy, at least, and way less downside. But, it sounds stupid, but I really think this GME stuff screws up the market. Waka, welcome. Waka says Tesla super undervalued right now and crazily oversold for no reason. That's the thing. Nothing has changed fundamentally in the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, even since earnings. So remember, full self-driving subscription should be coming out this month. So, hey, Jan, welcome. Or Jan, sorry. I'll do Jan. I want to buy another Tesla, but I kind of want to wait to see how next week goes. Connor, I'm in the same boat. I was in the same boat as you. Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. Oh, yeah. We too, nice. Stripe was a rumor with PSTH. Honestly, I'd be fine with Starlink or Stripe. Yeah, I read a thread that did some due diligence, and it said that PSTH and Stripe couldn't happen, and these were the reasons why. It was just too overvalued for it. But man, I'd be happy. Sanju says, not sure why Elon would go via SPAC route. Sanju, I really think he would, because if you remember what he said that he wants to help retail investors. And these IPOs that happen, I'm going to move the stock price here. These IPOs that happen are so garbage for retail investors. We get screwed every single time on them. Airbnb was supposed to go public at $70. By the time it hit the secondary market on Thinkorswim or Interactive Brokers or Robinhood, we were paying $140 per share. So with SPACs, retail investors can read the rumors and buy in early. We can have frontline access. You saw it with CCIV. So I honestly think he would consider the SPAC route. It's like a controlled transfer, so not to go parabolic. Yeah. Tom says, I think GME is not overvalued, actually. Their price to sales is under 2. I mean, I'm not going to argue because I don't have any fundamental analysis on GME, but if something was trading, the main thing I'm trying to say is we all know the reason why it's at $140 right now is not because of fundamental valuation. It's because it's a meme stock right now. Tesla looking to come back up here, bring in the good juju. So what caused this QQQ surge up today? To the moon, I don't know. A lot of it is algo driven. I think the bond yields tapered off a little bit. Looks like Tesla's soaring back up here to the 600s. See if we can pass that pivot point though. remember, a lot of this is algo driven, margin call driven, stop loss driven, right? If you have stop losses set on a stock, guess what? Your broker can see that. If you have margin requirements, guess what? Your broker can stress that out on you. So there's a lot of things that can actually shift the market up or down really rapidly. And that's what I think we saw today. So the algos is a big part of it. We got 45 minutes to go. The buying algos hopefully start kicking in right now. You guys are saying, where's the sun? It's coming, don't worry. He also said Starlink after it starts making money. You know, James, I agree. But here's the thing. I think Starlink, and Tyler, you can talk about this too, Tyler Ahmad. Starlink is shipping to customers now. So it's literally starting to make money as we speak. Like right now, it's quite predictably there. And I know they have to re-up on their satellites every so often, every 3 or 4 years. But even then, like I would say it's pretty predictable, right? It's like that's the benefit with software as a subscription companies, right? So we'll see. Let's see PSTH here. It's at $27. Vasu says, yes, I think we'll have lots of bad macro for a while. Looks like April is when Tesla recoups. Yeah, you could be, totally right about that, Vasu. I agree. I told myself I'm gonna wait till next week to buy more, and I didn't listen myself because when you look at Tesla at $500 something, you're just like, man, I don't know. And you're totally right. It could come down to 200-day moving average, but at that point, I just have diamond hands, man. Tyler, our mod has Starlink, and he's in Southern Missouri. Yeah, Tyler, how much are you paying, and how's it been so far? CCIV was planning to buy if it hit $21, which it did, but damn, Tesla fell too far to buy Tesla. What's your view on CCIV? Waka says Warren doesn't like them, but he's a Tesla mega bull. Okay, CCIV. I have concerns about their battery production, about how they're going to expand, all this sort of stuff as well. Here's the difference between Nikola and CCIV in my view right now, at least. I don't think CCIV is vaporware. I think they have the ability to build cars. They have prototypes out. Elon says it's easy to prototype. It's hard to become to mass scale. Here's the thing though, is I really want to see real electric competition in North America. I really want to see it. And I never liked Nikola from day one. I never thought hydrogen was the way. CCIV Lucid I like because it's a pure EV play. The question is, do they get their shit together? Do they have enough funding to stay alive? Do they get proper battery manufacturing? All these are questions that I think are better answered towards the end of the year when they start actually shipping. I'm not invested in Lucid anymore. I've sold all my position. I mostly traded it, if you guys know that. So I'm going to wait till they start delivering and see what happens. I think it's unfair for us to say that a new competitor should come in and from day one start mass manufacturing and mass producing electric cars. I think we know, and the lesson that we learned from Tesla is that that's not easy to do as a new company. But I also think as a new company, why go public when you don't have any sales, right? I never liked that, and you guys know I never liked pre-revenue companies. It's just something about it is like, and I said this on last week's stream, we should just make a SPAC, all of us sitting here together. So all this to say is I want them to succeed. I want them to do well. I'm not invested in them right now. When they start actually putting cars in people's hands, yes, they might not be the cheapest cars. Yes, they might not be the best cars yet. But I think we should support that if they start delivering and they start actually putting out on their promises. So that's what I'm thinking. QuantumScape's different story. QuantumScape is 5 years away from anything, right? Like QuantumScape, the minute I looked at it, my dad was like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy into QuantumScape." Looked at the price, it was like $100. Like, don't even think about buying any QuantumScape. That's just vaporware to the extreme. That's why I was really pissed about Lucid, because they said spring deliveries, then they delayed it to the end of the year. I was pissed. So hope that answers that. Yashi, you mentioned that Tesla trades today very similar to another day. I think we've seen the pattern many days where Tesla goes strong, then dips for 2-3 hours and ends up slightly down. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're seeing that today. It looks like we might get a $600 pin today on the stock. Hope not. Hope we can soar back into close, but we shall see. John says, I can't take this bear market anymore. Yeah, I know. I feel you, man. Bill Spackman. I like that. Takashi, welcome. Lucid's factory looks good from the outside, at least. Yeah, more than what Nicola can say. So Tyler says about Starlink, he pays $500 plus shipping, then $99 per month. We'll install it Sunday. I have a tree issue to the north, so I'll have to play around with the location. Nice. That's really exciting because that solves a big problem, right? For a lot of people in a similar situation like you, Tyler. So that's awesome to see. Like it's just so cool that we just start yeeting up satellites into the sky, and then all of a sudden anyone that didn't have internet access before or needed satellite internet before can now just get better internet with Starlink than ever before. It just solves a huge problem. And I'm thinking like places like Africa, super remote places in the Middle East with super deserted, desert-like locations, no signal for miles, no satellite reception, stuff like that. Like it's just, yeah. And even when more satellites are launched, it's not going to be an issue. Exactly. Gonzalo, welcome. I can't help myself. If I see a $580 bill in the street, I will pick it up. Yeah, that's how kind of I felt like this morning when Tesla was in the 500s. So that's not to say that it doesn't keep going down, but I agree. Waka says definitely 2 more weeks of turbulence in the market. Yeah, I agree. Hey, Mike, how's it going? James, boat in the middle of the ocean. Yep. Hedgies are loading up on Tesla when Jim Cramer wants Kathy Wood to call the bottom on Tesla. Yeah. Hey, Steve, how's it going? Waka says Lucid has 60% employees from Tesla. Execs are majority Tesla and the rest are big players. They're a battery company turned EV. I think they'll do well. Yeah. That's the thing is ask yourself the question, are you like, I'm not calling anyone out because to be honest, I haven't watched any videos of any other, like even Warren you're talking about. I haven't fully watched his videos, so I don't fully know his views, but ask yourself the question, are you becoming the Tesla Q that you despised when you invested in Tesla towards other EV companies? Like, are you hating on other EV companies because they're not mass manufacturing on day one? Are you hating on them because you don't think they'll make it and they'll go bankrupt? Like, these were all reasons why people hated Tesla. And yes, there's different degrees of variations and lies and switching, but realize like Elon in the early days never promised on like he never made his promises on time either. I mean, so all that to say is, be careful with being a hypocrite on now that Tesla has made it through what I call kind of the critical mass. Now it's fine. It's not going to go bankrupt. Now it's easy to be on the backs of Tesla, but let's make sure that electrification is the future. That's what I'm prioritizing is electrification. I don't care who does it. I don't care how it's done. I just know that that's the future. So Steve says, thanks for the clubhouse. Yeah, I got some, well, it's probably not the best place to vent it. Message me on Discord. I think I have 3. If y'all need clubhouse invites, I think I have like 2 more. But message me on Discord if you need it. I think we reached the bottom at 546. I hope so, Harris. I hope so. Emmanuel, welcome. I am curious what China will do and try to stop Starlink if SpaceX will comply with geo-restricting to the service and avoiding Tesla there. Yeah, that's an interesting point. I never thought about that, and I think since you're moving there, it's more relevant to you. But yeah, I mean, I guess like if Starlink can operate in China, I'm not sure if they even have already banned it. I'm just talking out my ass now, but then theoretically, can your ISP then ban Facebook, ban Google, which I know are banned in China? Like, does that affect the censorship laws that they have there? That's an interesting point. Tyler says, FYI, for your information, in usual Elon fashion, the Starlink hardware is very easy and well built. That's one of the best things. It's like Apple products. You open it, right? You open it, and it's so easy. It's so easy. My parents can figure it out. That's how I know. That's the metric I use. Waka says opposite. I'm a mega Lucid bull. Lucid is having the exact heat Tesla had in past years, and I can see them pass Tesla. These backers have deep. I think it's a stretch to say that they're going to pass Tesla. Not even close. But I see what you're saying. Looks like Tesla is looking to bounce here, y'all. Let's bring the good juju coming in. The sun's coming in my eye. Harrington says, true, I don't understand why we got to pick sides. Exactly. Vasu, I think it's slightly different. Lucid has a top-heavy team, not enough cash, and behind many companies. It's great that they're many trying. Yeah, it might look a little bit different. I agree. But let's see how it plays out. Let's wait till the end of the year to see if they start selling. Oh, Elon already said they will not operate the country. Okay, gotcha. Okay, great. Thanks, Vasu. Picked up more square leaps today. You know what? I did the same. I rolled down my further out of the money square leaps. I was up like it was a 3-bagger, some of those leaps, and they turned red on me obviously in the last couple of weeks, which sucks. But then I rolled out the furthest out of the monies I had, rolled them back down, so I consolidated my position a little bit. I managed to do it pretty close to the bottom, so I'm still red on these positions, but it's looking better. But yeah, here's the thing. Anything with a huge PE has gotten slapped today. Huge PE has gotten slapped today. And that's what is happening in this market, is anything that you can find that is quite honestly just has an absurd PE on the books, the algos are trading out of. So Square disproportionately got hit. Tesla disproportionately got hit. Insert other tech companies. Apple didn't get hit disproportionately bad because Apple has a decent PE. I can actually look at it right now. So that's what I did. I added in PE as a metric into my watch list, and I looked at all of the stocks, and Facebook was green, has a 20 PE. Apple's now green. Jesus Christ, 27 PE. So that's what's happening in the market, is the slaps that we're seeing are disproportionate on the tech stuff that has been fluffed up in value. But here's the thing. If you annualize Tesla's net income from Q4, you adjust for a little bit of seasonality and you analyze it, the PE will come down drastically. And that's where the opportunity is right now. So, but that's not priced in the market, obviously. Tesla's PE currently sits at 999. So that's all that the algo looks at. Zoom, PE is 153. More, it's better than Tesla, technically speaking. That's why Zoom's only down 1.5%. So these are the things that this is kind of like through the lens that I'm looking at the market right now, is anything with a huge P is probably going to get slapped a little bit more. Square actually looks like it might go positive for the day. We're $5 away from that. Just a bipolar day. Just a bipolar day. Where's the pin off? Maybe 600. Maybe 600. For the same price, would you get a Porsche or a Lucid? Porsche just launched their crossover too. I haven't looked at the Porsche. I haven't been in the Porsche electric cars. I probably wouldn't get a Lucid. Why would I get a Lucid right now? They're unproven. They don't have a supercharging network. Neither does Porsche though. But yeah. That's the thing with leaps. The market is super bipolar. That's the thing with leaps. You're buying yourself time. My dad's, as you guys know, heavy on Apple. Loves Apple, right? He's been buying 2023 leaps for a long time. And now obviously he's down in the position. He doubled his position from all the Apple leaps in the last little bit. Now he's down. So here's the thing. He came up to me and he's like, I'm thinking about doubling down on my positions. And I don't think it's a good idea to double down on your out of the money leaps. I think it's better to roll down. Because when you roll down, you bring your break even a lot closer, number one, but you also just allow yourself to have like less of a move will bring you back into profitability. If you continue to buy, if you were long $1,000 strike calls on Tesla, now you should consider rolling down if you want to be profitable faster. So that's what kind of I told him. We'll see. I mean, Friday is interesting. If we look at the options chain for a second here and we look at open interest looks like it is pretty, 650, obviously 700. Nothing stands out. Well, everything's on the put side, I guess. Let's take a look at the put side. So open interest is this column right here. Yeah, 600 has a lot of puts expiring. So that's why I'm thinking 600 is probably the pin for the day. But who cares? I'm thinking longer term with my leaps, right? So, what are the chances we go positive in Tesla for the day? Well, if you guys bring the good juju and the sun comes out, anything's possible. And if you hit the like button. And by the way, I know I don't want to talk about this all the time, but announcement, we've passed 6,000 subscribers on this channel, which I saw last night. I couldn't believe it. I don't even know what to say. I'm dumbfounded. Love all you guys. Love the support. Thanks so much for supporting. We're at 6,042 subscribers. All the subscribers notifications don't pop up all the time, but I can't believe it. Like, we started this channel together. I say we a lot, right? Because it's not my channel. It's our channel. It's kind of the way I look at this. And I know that sounds corny and stuff, but quite honestly, there wouldn't be a channel if there wasn't people like you watching. So, thank you all. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But what? And someone messaged me on Discord privately. I'm not going to out them out, but they said the community of like the community that we've built is, even when we're having down days, the fact that we're able to have discourse between each other is what really keeps them sane during those days. And I couldn't agree more. On days like today, if you don't have a community, if you don't have a support group, you get flustered, you get emotional, right? Because we have a community, we can think through things rationally. We can, thank you. Thanks all everyone's doing. Congrats. I appreciate that, y'all. Thank you, Miles. Keeps me sane. And it keeps me sane too, right? Like, being able to communicate with someone and a community of people that are as smart as everyone here. I love it. I love it. Hit the calls only thing printing today. That's hilarious. Don't forget us little people when you become a famous YouTuber. I mean, I know you're obviously saying that tongue in cheek. It's funny, like, it's like, you know, and I'm straight up cheesing right now, but it's funny because it's like, you know, it's not like I'm out here pumping some sort of stock or taking affiliate money, really. It's just an organic channel. I mean, it's just, quite honestly, I'm trying to keep it as organic as possible. I've gotten messages of people like, hey, can we do like a Zoom 101? And I appreciate when I get those messages, and once in a while I do have time to do them, to you know, make some sort of income from the channel. But quite honestly, I don't do it for the money in and of itself. It's to help as many people, and that's why I love our live streams. Even though, to be honest, like, the live streams, if just at a business level, I'm a business person, at a business level, they are not how to financially grow your channel. But I like the engagement that we're getting right now. Everyone commenting, I appreciate that. Like, this stuff I can't get on a regular video. So I love it. Delightful. So thank you, Vivian. Thank you all. I can't even say all your guys' name all at once. Hey, Gentry, welcome back. Discord's awesome. We had a good time today. Yeah, we had a good time today, even though it was a tough day. It's been a tough day. But yeah, next week will be green. Keep that up. Yep. Feels like a room full of friends. Exactly, Tyler. Yep. Exactly. Appreciate that, y'all. Much love to everyone. Seriously. It's funny, you know, whether you're, I'm not sure if you guys believe in the universe and the spirits and stuff like that, but even a couple months ago, I was like, man, I need to be a part of this community. Like, I want to build a community full of people that like think properly, that, you know, think long term, that like electrification, that like investing, that like bettering themselves every day, and just being a part of this community, like what's built by itself, humbly. Honestly, it's only 6,000. I know people are watching. I know some of you guys watching have channels that are, you know, 50,000 plus, which is awesome. But even at 6,000, it's just nuts to me. So it's just nuts. I appreciate that, all of that. Hit the like button. I appreciate that, y'all. Yeah, I appreciate. How many likes are we at for this channel, for this video? Let me take a look here. Not that it matters. Not like, no one's counting in terms of metrics, but it is interesting for me to see. Let's take a look. It's live here. 41 likes. All right, let's get that up. Let's try to. Oh, 66. As I say that, it's going up. Appreciate that, y'all. Okay, there's a direct correlation. It's interesting between subscribing and hitting like and Tesla going up. You see that right there? I'm just kidding. So it looks like Tesla really is. This is its 1, 2, 3. It's its third time. Let's see if it's done it any other times today. It's its third time, and if you want to say 3.5 right here, trying to break through this pivot. Is this the time where we break through and we exceed? Let's see. Animation says, "Thank you. This helps ease some of the pain." That's what I hope. That's what I hope that we can do together. That's what I hope we can do together. Let's go. 600 over 600. Let's go. I'd like to see a 620 close. Absolutely. Why not a 720? Wait for the sun. You know what? I don't know if the sun's gonna come, y'all. We got some rain clouds in the back. Like, don't forget, I live in Vancouver, right? Can we hit like twice? Commercial advertisement. Let's do this. Let's do this. Thank you, Young. Appreciate that. James says, I like that you're not pumping up a course or a financial product or book. I appreciate that, James. Yeah, I've had people message me and be like, hey, you know, if you put together a training on just the basics of options and not like what stocks to pick and stuff, I'd buy it. And, you know, I might consider that in the future. It might be a way that I can shift into YouTube full time. But it wouldn't be something that I'd be pumping down your throats for sure. But only if there's enough demand for it. But it'd take me a lot of time to actually build up that thing and to build up a entire data. Like, my background is course building, so it could be something. But I'd have to hear from you guys that that's something that you really want. It's not the main way that I'm looking to build the community, but I get that there's value there. Vivian says Tesla has zero in commercial ads. It's all community. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. Tesla hasn't spent $1. How many, not HBO, but how many, you know, the Hallmark, how many Hallmark Christmas movies have you watched with Teslas in it? It's Tesla 602 right now. Let's go. So, yeah, how many Hallmark movies have you seen with Teslas in it? I've seen so many Hallmark. This Christmas, me and my girlfriend were watching, you know, Christmas movie binge. It's probably the only movie binges I do is like these cheesy Hallmark Christmas movies, right? And I swear to God, like every other movie we watched had a Tesla in it, right? And you know they're not paying for that. So yeah, it looks like we're rallying here. This is good. Let's see a 620 close, shall we? Let's see a 620 close. It's just how to think, not what to think. Exactly, Liam, right? Exactly. So it's not like buy this stock, buy that stock. It's about, you know, why are you buying the stock? Johnny says, nothing wrong about building up a business out of YouTube, and you have the knowledge and great communication skills. Think about it. I will. I'm assuming you're talking about the options course. I'll think about it. If that's something that, you know, not to talk about it too much, but if that's something that you guys really think I should do, let me know, and I can get to work with building it. It wouldn't be $1,000. It wouldn't be 500. I'm thinking like $300 or $400 or something to cover a lot of the work that it'd take. But, you know, something there. Robinhood is hiring on LinkedIn as a pseudonym for customer service reps. What? What? That's really weird. Did you see Ross Gerber's interview with Meet Kevin? Apparently Ron Bear is the greatest diamond hands. Yeah, no, I caught some of that interview. I did. Zero on advertising, so smart, great products. That's the thing, right? Is why do you need a... Oh, Tesla's rallying here. Let's go. 603. Okay, come on. Now, really, what we need to see is a 606 break. That's not high of day. I realize that high of day is open, but it hasn't been able to get through 606. So let's see a 606 break. We're at 602.50. It looks like... You just move my level 2 around so you guys can see that. There we go. 603. Let's go. Man, so you guys have been hitting the like. You guys have been hitting the like. We're going up. Shums, welcome. I paid $460 per contract for January 2023, 600 calls. Now they're at 222. Huge discount. I'm down 2.27 million. 2.7 million. Damn. Nice. You know it though. Got diamond hands, Shums. I respect that. Yours will quadruple if you get in now. That's what I'm thinking as well, is think long term here. I did. Oliver says, who ran out of cash? I know it's tough. I never dip into margin, and I still have a little bit of cash left, not a lot. But if I am to buy more, I'm gonna sell my. I'll sell my CRISPR. I'll probably sell my IPOF. Probably sell some of my lemonade. Lemonade I don't have that much anyways. And yeah, those are the things okay, SPACs. It's 60. Tesla's back at 602. This is looking like a pretty decent bull run that we got ahead here. I think we got some room to run. I don't want to jinx it, but let's bring the good juju. Um, SPACs. Let's talk about SPACs for a hot second. HEC. Take a look at HEC. It's Talkspace. I don't know too much about it. I have, some shares in it, but it's at $10.10. If you guys know anything about SPACs, $10 is the net, is the NAV, right? As I say that, it goes retest 600. Let's see if this pivot point will hold though. Let's see if this pivot point will hold. I think this might be a flush out before a move up. Let's take a look. But check out SPACs near $10. If SPACs are near $10, very little downside in my opinion on those particular positions if you believe in the management company. PSTH is way too high for that. Way too high for that. You know what's interesting? So Tesla is $5.97 at the moment. It looks like someone's just been dumping shares in this minute. But you know what's interesting is my call price has not gone down proportionately, which tells me that I'm not sure if I believe in this spike down. So I'm looking at my call price on my phone right now. Someone's dumping shares, but my call price is steady Eddie at the moment. Let's see if that holds though. Let's see if that was just one big flush out before the move. Kathy coming in, CCIV rally too. Looks like the Fed comment helped. Hey Walker, do you want to copy and paste? Copy and paste what the comment was. So yeah, so back to my SPAC. So look at SPACs that you believe in the management company that are near net asset value of $10. Because remember, if it's a blank check company, so to my knowledge, if the deal doesn't go through, you get $10 plus whatever interest back. So when you're buying SPACs at, HEC was under $10. We like everyone knows it's going to be merging with Talkspace probably. So look into SPACs in terms of where to keep your cash if you want some potential upside. $5.99. So my options price. Let's see here. Let's see if it gets reflected. Hey, actually, what's the thing about getting $10 back on every SPAC share if the company doesn't do an acquisition? Yeah, so $10 for SPACs are its net asset value, right? At that, so here's the Tesla spike again. Let's see if we can go back past 600. We might just flirt around the 600 and close around here for the day. But SPACs issue blank check companies at $10 per share. Meaning, if Bill Ackman and his team don't find a deal, anyone that bought shares will, at the very minimum, get $10 plus any interest back. I'm not sure what the interest rate is, but it's probably really low. You'll get $10 plus any interest back for your time of waiting, okay? So really, downside there is that you just liquidate at $10 plus whatever interest. So when I see SPACs like HEC last night trading at $9.91, and we know that the deal is just going to come through, the reason why it's trading less than 10, if the market's supposed to be perfect, it should never be trading under 10, is because people are running out of cash to buy these dips, so they're selling off of their SPACs. So that's the way I look at it, right? Bring the juju. Okay, Waka says, Fed just said to support recovery as strongly as necessary. Oh, for sure. Yeah, the Fed's going to say that. 100%. Appreciate you. Thanks for pumping that back in. I'm trying to help Tesla. The sun is my face. Nice, James. I don't know where you are, but there's no sun to be seen here. Waka, Fed to support recovery as strongly as necessary. I mean, yep. You guys know, like algos trade these tweets, right? Like there's sophisticated algos that literally trade based on tweets that come out or Bloomberg alerts that come out. It's crazy. It's machine learning. They can read the sentiment. They can trade based on it. It's nuts. Takash says, SPACs look fishy to me since Nikola. Yeah, I mean, Virgin Galactic was a SPAC, right? $600. Let's go. Come on. $5.98. I bet you don't follow Oracle. They broke sideways walk today. I don't. Yeah, Oliver. Funny how you guessed that. No, I don't. $5.97. So this price action is pretty standard. It looks like the moving averages at the 1 minute level at least are temporary kind of support lines for Tesla. Let's see if we don't bounce back off of these and retest highs. not retest high days, but retest maybe the highs of the last half of the day. We have 15 minutes left until market close. I'm gonna manage my account. Remember, keep managing your account, keep managing your positions. What I'm doing right now to manage my positions quick is I'm sorting all of my positions from lowest date of expiration to highest, and then I'm managing as that kind of basis. So the only thing that I have expiring in the next couple weeks is my stupid investment into Arcimoto options. Should have just bought stock, which are going to expire worthless, which are whatever, no big deal. I'm not selling those because if they're worthless already, best case, maybe Arcimoto skyrockets back next week and I can claim something out of these positions. But I'm down 99% on those, no big deal. Those were my lottos anyways. Then I got Zoom, but Zoom's not expiring for, I got almost 3 months on this. So I got time, not worried. Then I got Lemonade all the way in September and Tesla in September as well. And then my squares for next year. The rest is all stocks and SPACs. So, and then I have my Thinkorswim, obviously, which only carries some shares. So, Vasu, yeah. I'll answer that by saying too many. I kept doubling down on it. Just, like I said, I'm the only person that has lost money on Arcimoto. Quite honestly, whatever. It's whatever, no big deal. Here's one thing, right? Is emotions are high all the time if you don't let if your account size if you let your position size be too big. Sorry, I can't even talk. If you let your position size be too big, if you dwell on the past, hindsight's always 2020. Man, what if I instead of buying calls, I bought puts? This would have been a 10 bagger. Hindsight's always 2020. Never beat yourself up on hindsight. It is what it is. If it was meant to be, it would have been. It's okay. Move on, move forward, make rational decisions. Don't try to revenge trade. Don't try to buy yourself and double dip into leverage, into margin to just squeak out a break even. Just look at net and shout out to Smarter Trader for that. But look at net. Are you net up or not? That's all you got to do, right? Don't worry about hindsight. It is what it is. Exactly. You'll make up more from it. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Anne, welcome. Anne's in here. Anne had a meeting and Anne is in the middle of her business conference right now. And she's like, hold on, I got to join this live stream real quick. Appreciate you coming in. Check out, check out Ivan on Discord. Ivan's message on Discord. He made bank. Oh yeah, Ivan was the reason why I got into Arcimoto. I was like, man, this is way too easy. You just buy Arcimoto and it goes up. And I looked at the market cap, right? And it was $1 billion at that point. I was like, it's only $1 billion? This could like 5x in a couple of months. Easy, right? Because, you know, that's how my mind goes. But no. Vast says, absolutely, I agree. Opportunity cost is a fallacy for the most part. I sold Neo under 10, but now I'm back. Yeah, Neo's an interesting play. Neo's at $38. At $38, I want to buy some. I told myself I'm going to stop buying until next week. And you know what? Since I bought my Tesla Leap, I'm going to pause as well. I'm pausing because I got to stay disciplined a little bit here. Seeing your account drastically go down as much as it has in the last week, I know my tendency is going to be, and it looks like 600 is a splank pin here on Tesla. The next 10, unless this algo coming up in the next 15 seconds changes anything. But I know I'm revenge trading. I've lost money this week, revenge trading, trying to make back money on the downside. And though I've made money on my QQQ puts, which by the way, on my live stream, not sure if any of you guys got into those puts, but if you did, you probably made a lot of money. I know for a fact any trades I'm making right now that are not shares or not leaps, I am going to come into it with a bad mindset. And for that, I am pausing all trading until next week. Just it's even though I know I can make money, even though I know there's opportunity, I just think we're gonna chop around way too much for me to stress about this right now. And here's the beauty of it, you know, if I own shares, whatever. I own shares, I'll wait 6 months longer to be back in the green on these. I'm back in the back. So with shares, I don't stress. It is what it is. Leaps, I stress a little bit more because I might want to roll them down, then I want to buy more time and all this sort of stuff, but we'll see. We'll see. Thank you, Josh. What's more of a gamble, says Liam? Buying stock at a minute before close or setting market orders on Monday morning pre-open? Just wait till Monday pre-market and just buy pre-market if you can. That's what I do. James says options are too stressful. Yeah, they can be. I mean, it's a risk to reward, right? With more risk comes more potential upside percentage-wise. It is what it is. There's Ivan, FUV for the win. I hope you bought puts, man. I hope you bought some puts and made some money there. At least some of us on Discord made money on FUV. It's crazy. It's Arcimoto's valued at 540 million right now. It's collapsed. It's halved. It's just nuts. But I guess if you look at the 52-week low, it's literally 96 cents. So it's just that. Yeah, I think I remember you saying that, but I had my green goggles on. I didn't want to read that. What platform am I using? This is Thinkorswim. I highly recommend you download it. It's free. Just Google paper trade Thinkorswim. I did, but the delta is low. Yeah. James says you have to be right on the stock and the timing. That's very true, James. Yeah, with options, you do have to be right on the timing part of it. That is true. You know what? My Tesla. So Tesla 601. It looks like. Are we in a wedge right now? Someone says. I think so, but I don't think we have enough time to really make anything from this wedge. Let's take a look here. Look, I'm gonna try to pretend to be. Oh, God damn it! I'm gonna try to pretend to be one of those technical YouTubers that know what they're doing with all these lines, drawing all this stuff. Okay, I'm gonna try to do it. Okay, so what do? They draw some lines here. They, whatever fits their thesis, right? So they draw some lines here. Okay, here's my wedge. Okay, by my prediction, by 1:17 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we shall move up $100 on Tesla. That's my prediction. That's it. Man, this is so bad. So by the way, all these lines that you see, other than the ones I just drew, are made by Thinkorswim, just by studies that I put on. So I'm not saying this doesn't work. I'm just kidding around. So don't think I'm subtweeting someone or talking about someone. Remove this goddamn drawing. Remove. Jesus Christ, I can't even remove stuff. I don't even know how to remove it because I never draw stuff on this thing. All right, we're in a wedge. It's official. We're in a wedge. All the crayons. Let's go. Okay. Oh, it's okay, Castro. Appreciate that. Volume is so low today now. Well, yeah. After the half of the day, yeah. I mean, people have nothing else to do. Like, who has cash to spend at this point? People are tapped out. So this is it. So we got 5 minutes to go. $600 is Tesla price. It looks like we probably pinned there unless we have a last minute mooning from the wedge that I just drew. It's a wedge or a squeeze. By the way, I'm just half kidding. Like, wedges and squeezes are a real thing, but I hope you appreciate me trying to poke some fun at some technicals. Pray the drip away. I'm it's so funny. I never put hope into investing. I feel like hope is just, it is what it is. But investing, there's no room for I pray that this is going to happen or whatever. But this week has got me feeling like that. This week has got me feeling like that for sure. But it is what it is. We're only human. As much as I think and you think we're rational human beings, no, we make our decisions first and then we rationalize them. We make our decisions emotionally and then we find rational reasons to justify it. Right? It is what it is. Hope is not a viable strategy. Agreed. 100%. Why pray? Just be rational. Spoken like a true postmodernist. Okay. I'm not a postmodernist. Don't at me. Okay, so 598. Do we get Kathy news on Monday? I think so. I think we do. I think we get Kathy news on Monday. I think we probably get Tesla price target upgrade on Monday. Does Kathy have any more money to spend? to buying more Tesla. Like, I'm guessing people are selling ARK on this dip, so net outflows are coming out. So Church of Yeshua. I become more realistic. I kept screaming, "Oh my god!" all week. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. My emotions won't let me pay 7 figures to the tax man. Oof, Brad. That's part of it, actually. Good point, Brad. A lot of this might be tax selling. I know, I always thought that before this week, I'm like, oh, I'm just going to sell off a portion of my account to pay off my taxes, but I'll do that later. Market keeps going up. No big deal. The market collapsed. So it's definitely part of it. Wedge breakout in 5 minutes at 1:17 p.m., y'all. Stonks will only go up, and deleting the app if they don't isn't a viable strategy. I was saying that after your wedge attempt. You guys are hilarious. Iceberg wedge salad. Please help us, Kathy. Oh, I know you're joking, Vivian. Don't worry. Today's the highest volume day, Emmanuel says, Tesla since S&P inclusion. Damn. It's been quiet. Yashu orates to 700 and then we pray. Okay. Tesla will hit 700 on Monday, and my count is depending on it. There we go. I threw that in the universe. There it is. Put up the good juju. Hopium is the only option that we have left. Just kidding. Someone's trading ARK report might come out tonight. Oh, interesting. Do they really want to publish it on a Friday? Well, I guess if you think about it, it's probably the least market manipulative day to put it out is Friday after hours, so no one can say market manipulation, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, makes sense. Man, this week, so you guys know I'm on the West Coast. Waking up in the morning, turning around on my phone, pulling it up. That one big red day that we had where I saw my account just get slammed. I had to blink a million times in the morning to just be like, wait, what? This isn't right. This is one of my accounts, right? This is all of my accounts all together, is it? But you know what? It humbles you, and the market is a way to humble us, right? Everyone in the last year that thought stonks only go up and by the way, we already had a downturn in September, right? It's not a big deal. But everyone that thought stocks only go up, this isn't my first rodeo. I've lost money before, a lot. It's just the way it goes. But if you've only seen the stock market go up, I feel for you, because the first time I remember I saw a huge dip in the stock market was when I was in high school and trading for the first time in my own account. And I'll tell you what, I learned a big lesson about mental health back then. And, some of the stuff I carry to this day. I never overbuy. I only buy as much as I can expect zero on for stuff that's expiring this month. I try to never buy in margin ever. If I'm in margin, it's because I'm looking to sell something really quick or whatever. But, I I feel the pain this week. This week has been brutal, but guess what? We're all in it together. Diamond hands, we got this. Everyone watching, we're in this together, all right? I don't care what you say. Hey, Vivian, have a great weekend. I'll catch you in Discord. West Coast traders get traumatized before a sip of coffee on days exactly, Tim. Exactly. You get me. Coffee is a must. I'm having coffee all day. Marco says September dip was less painful. It was way less painful. 100%. 100%. Yes. Marco, you said the perfect thing right there. Because I got used to the crazy gains lately. Exactly. 100%. We got used to our accounts being high and living on this thing. And it happens to everyone. I'm not saying it just happens to me. But that's why we have mechanisms in place to buy less. There's the market. 598 is where it closed at. I never got to sell any of my positions. I'm ride or die on Monday, y'all. I am sitting on very little cash. I was hoping I was hoping to sit on more cash, but I'm in it to win it. So let's see what happens. Let's see the comments here. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate that. My first time, and it ruins your day until you forget about it. Then you look at it and it hits. Yeah, exactly. People in Vancouver go to work at 9:30. Yeah, I mean, I'm being self-employed. I know it's even worse than that. Calls on coffee. It's been fun to watch all the newbies on Facebook ask what is happening. I'm down 5%. You know what? You know what's even funnier than those comments is, should I buy Tesla? Should I buy this stock? Should I sell? if anyone is asking for that advice, you should not be in the market, right? But am I buying Tesla? Yeah, I'm buying Tesla. So Tesla right now is sitting at $598, which puts it at a value of, which by the way, let's pull up Flow Algo and put up some stuff here. What else did we see for the end of the day on Tesla? Let's take a look here. Tesla finished the day with no other call sweeps. And Tesla is now currently valued at, let's pull up Yahoo Finance, 573 billion. 573 billion. It's crazy to think that we were not far away from a trillion at some point here. Gonna fly. 573 billion. Fundamentally, nothing has changed in Tesla in the last how long? Other than the stock price, other than our portfolios, other than the amount of cash that we thought we had, disposable or not. But if you believed in Tesla a month ago at that valuation, ask yourself, why wouldn't you believe in Tesla now, right? It's not like Tesla needed. This is why Tesla does cash funds. It does fundraising, right? It's because it doesn't matter now what happens to the stock price. It's already gotten its war chest. This is why it buys Bitcoin. If you look at Bitcoin, let's look at Bitcoin price right now. No one cares about Canadian dollars. Bitcoin's back at 50,000, right? Bitcoin's back at 50,000. So, I mean, it's not at the highs where it was in the middle of February, but it's back at 50,000. Bitcoin's holding quite well, I have to say. In terms of any other flows that we saw in the market, we saw some NEOs. Actually, NEO was looking pretty aggressive. Some Editas, some gene editing calls coming in. And Rocket, obviously. Netflix, huge Netflix sweep. Holy crap, 3.7 million. It's in September. It's not that aggressive, but huge though. 3.7 million, super aggressive. So watch out for Netflix. Some Mara, some Perry. I don't watch half of these stocks. I mean, I watch them, but I don't trade them. Some CCIV. Here's the thing. You can watch a million stocks, but if you have ADD, it's easy to get distracted. 595 is where we're sitting at after hours. Let's all pray for a happy futures weekend on Monday. Let's pray for the bond market to continue to collapse, or the yields to continue to collapse. What's TNX sitting at right now? For some reason, it's not loading. It's at 1.5% right now as it speaks. Apple finished green for the day, which is nuts to think about. Just crazy to think about. Apple had a 5-point swing today from high to low. That's nuts. $5. Apple doesn't move generally very much. We already know what kind of day Tesla had. Amazon is finished green for the day. It had a 200-point almost swing. It's just nuts. Well, not 200, 120. Okay, I rounded up. I exaggerated a little bit. Square was nuts today. Square finished $2 away from being green today after seeing $190. Just nuts. The movement that we're seeing, in my opinion, these are shakeouts. These are retail weekends. Sell your stuff. We're ready to buy, and it's a mix of margin calls being exercised or margin calls being processed. Stop losses being exercised, all of the above, all the fear, and then just like that, it gets bought up. Other than Tesla, which I will say it hasn't gotten bought up to the extreme that the other stocks have. But that's kind of to be expected. I mean, Tesla's down 30% in the last month, so a lot of this could be attributed to the funds buying, and now there's no fund selling. So the only people selling now dictate the price, but the volume today does say otherwise as well. So it is. Got that question yesterday. You got the question yesterday. Nice. See Monday, Phil. Square to take the majority stake in Tidal. Yeah, I saw that, Gentry. That was yesterday's news, and it fell in the news on that. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Square still big. I'm still big on Square. I mean, it's come down. I get it. The valuation is high. I get it. It could be a bad move on my portfolio, but Square passes the sniff test for me in a lot of different ways in terms of what they're doing. One of the biggest tinfoil hat conspiracies I have is honestly that now that we're a cash-free society, or I hate the fact that we're a cash-free society, to be honest. Like, I know cash is dirty, blah 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 blah. I hate that, because cash facilitates so many transactions that, homeless people, buskers, people looking for tips off the, like, cash needs to stay in our society. I'm so choked that it's not. And in my opinion, crypto solves a little bit of that. And Square, I think, is it's really the only thing preventing government, that if they don't like you, from shadow banning you from all financial institutions, and you can't buy or sell anything or transact in our economy anymore, because they own all the banks, right? They run all the banks. And Square becoming its own private, I know private's probably not the best way either, but having an option, an alternative to a cash-free society, you need financial institutions that run separate from the government, especially in a cash-free society. That's why I really believe in Square fundamentally at a philosophical level, because now the government has the ability to shut off. If let's say, if Biden's watching this live stream and I say, hey Biden, you should buy some Tesla Leaps, he gets pissed at me for saying that out loud. He puts in a hit on Jeremy Powell and says, hey, ban all of Yashu's bank accounts. Well, guess what? There's no cash in society anymore. I can't run my debit. I can't run my credit. I can't take out my cash. Square does solve some of that. And that's why I believe in crypto. I believe in Square. Is it a 10+ year move? Probably. So that's just my philosophical take as to why I think Square is much needed in the market. Neo moving up after hours. Let's check it out. Neo was just at 38. It's still at 38-ish. Maybe I'm missing something. Tesla's at 595. We'll leave it on that. I don't think we're gonna hear from Kathy today. We might. Yeah, in China, even the beggars ask you to give them money through the phone if you spend cash to buy trains. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. Yeah, cashless society is discriminatory to a degree. Absolutely. 100%. Very much. You can disagree with me with that. I don't care. You're probably just wrong. Cash is and should be in our society. It has its place. By the way, it's such a non-economics, like as a study of economics person that studies economics, wherever you want to word it. It's such a weird view to have, because economists love love cashless free societies. It better tracks GDP. There's less less money laundering, all this sort of stuff. But like, just philosophically speaking, like, we need cash in our society. All right, guys, thanks for hitting the like. Thanks for subscribing. We are, if in case you're wondering, let me just pull up how many subscribers we finished our live stream at. 6,050 subscribers. I appreciate all of you guys tuning in. Amazing end of the day, not week, not day even, end of the day. Just chilling with you guys, having a fun time streaming, talking. Honestly, if it wasn't for you guys, I'd probably go stir crazy with half of the stuff that's going on. So I appreciate all you guys tuning in and watching. Have a great weekend. Like I said last Friday, turn off everything if you can for at least Saturday. And at Sunday at 2 or 3 p.m., turn on futures again, because I know you will. You guys are crazy addicted like that. I am too. And I'll catch you on probably Sunday. I'll probably throw up a tweet or two depending on how futures are, to see how the market's going. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I'll be the first to admit I'm not an amazing follow on Twitter. So if you want to put up with some probably mediocre tweets, feel free to follow me on Twitter. But join our channel if you want to support. Patreon link is in the description. We can talk on Discord all weekend. I'm about to hop into Discord right now. And there's a question mark. I don't know what that means. Thank you all. Have a great weekend. Tyler, take it easy. Have a good fishing trip. First day today. Just watch, just subscribe. Appreciate that, Pat. Yeah, we're going to hit that bid together. I appreciate that. Thank you, y'all. Appreciate that. All right. Have an amazing, amazing weekend. And don't worry, money comes, money goes, money will come back. All right, y'all. Peace. Be safe.